The lights flicker in the newsroom, radar screens glow, and while the tabloids scramble for clickbait, here at C News we're locked onto reality. No PR scripts, no royal smoke and mirrors, just a clean sweep through the fog of headlines. Welcome aboard, fasten your seatbelts. Because what just happened at LAX isn't just a photo op, it's a window into obsession, fear, and a monarchy rattled to its core. So here's the grand scoop splashed across the sun. Prince Harry. Wait for it. The headlines are bold, the photos dramatic, and the implication is that something monumental has just happened. Was seen at an airport. That's right. The big news is simply that he was spotted in a public place, doing what millions do every day. Yes, in the world of British tabloids, this is what qualifies as earth-shattering journalism. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the mundane is spun into a spectacle. A grainy image of a man walking through LAX wearing sunglasses, carrying his own bag. Suddenly it's treated like national security intel. The photo is blurry, but the hype is crystal clear. The photo was published with the urgency of a war bulletin. Sirens blare, graphics flash, and the presses roll as if the fate of the nation hangs in the balance. Prince Harry at LAX, they declared, as if they'd caught him fleeing a crime scene or orchestrating a secret mission. The drama is palpable. In reality, he's just catching a flight. Calm down, Fleet Street. He's not escaping, he's just traveling like everyone else. But here's where it gets interesting. People online started comparing timestamps, lighting, even cloud cover. Amateur sleuths and eagle-eyed fans dove into the details. And guess what? The whole breaking news narrative started to crumble. Doubt spread, and the story began to unravel in real time. Was the photo even taken that day? Probably not. The evidence just didn't add up, and suspicions grew. That little "Today" tag slapped on by The Sun seems to be less about accuracy and more about optics. It's about selling a story, not telling the truth. After all, when you're this desperate for a royal sighting, bending time isn't a bug, it's a feature. In the end, the real story is just how far tabloids will go to create a headline. Here's the truth they don't want to admit. The truth that lingers in every headline and every whispered conversation. They can't stop watching him, and they can't stop talking about him. Prince Harry, the royal rebel, the decorated veteran, the man who boldly walked away from the gilded cage, is the most watched figure in royal reporting. And not because he's scandalous, but because he's free, truly free. Harry walked out with his dignity intact, and that's something the tabloids can't digest or comprehend. They didn't expect him to thrive, to flourish beyond their narratives. They didn't expect Meghan to survive, to shine in her own right. But now that they have, the media is addicted to their every move, every gesture. Why? Because the couple who rejected the palace PR machine now outranks the firm in global influence and public interest. While others cling to titles, Harry and Meghan hold something far more dangerous to the establishment: genuine public affection and admiration. Let's not pretend the British press isn't running a coordinated spectacle here. The pattern is as old as the monarchy itself. First, publish a blurry or staged exclusive. Second, inflate it with royal sources who are always conveniently anonymous. Third, throw in a subtle jab at Meghan because, well, tradition. Fourth, wait for clicks, rinse, repeat. But it's not working like it used to. People are wising up. The public is seeing through the performance. The fake urgency, the timing games, the desperate need to stay relevant. Because let's be honest, if you need to manufacture drama around someone walking through an airport, maybe your institution doesn't have as much gravitas as you think. Let's talk about the photo itself. There's no entourage, no bodyguards trailing behind in bulletproof jackets, no assistants running to carry his things. Just Harry. Focused, steady, moving like a man trained to lead under pressure. There's no posing here, no forced wave, no royal smirk for the cameras, just a soldier walking through a terminal with purpose. And that right there, that's the real scandal. He doesn't need the palace. He doesn't need the protection of image handlers. He doesn't even need the crown. He has something far more dangerous: independence. So why is Harry back in the UK? To attend the Well Child Awards, an event he's supported for over a decade. It's not glitzy. It's not staged. It's not even particularly press-friendly. But it matters. Deeply. While his brother William is busy cutting another ceremonial ribbon for the cameras, Harry is showing up quietly for children battling terminal illnesses. No fanfare, no PR stunt, just presence, just compassion. The difference couldn't be starker. One royal performs, the other shows up. Now, let's get to the uncomfortable part. Harry isn't just traveling solo because he likes to pack light. He does it because he's being denied the basic security protocols that were once automatic. His own father, King Charles, has refused to extend protection for his son and grandchildren. Let that sink in. What kind of monarch refuses to ensure the safety of a family member, knowing full well what happened to Diana? Knowing that the same media hounds are still out there, still lurking, still hunting headlines? A father who fails to act in the face of known threats isn't just negligent, he's complicit. So, let's talk smear campaigns. The fingerprints of a palace-driven media strategy are, honestly, everywhere. Every single time Harry or Meghan steps into the spotlight, suddenly there's this fresh wave of tabloid hysteria. A so-called palace insider whispers about Meghan's diva behavior or Harry's isolation, and then, oh look, William and Kate conveniently pop up at a school, shaking hands and smiling for the press. It's almost as if their PR teams keep emergency headshots ready to go the moment the Sussexes get too much attention. Coincidence? Please. The machine runs exactly as designed. Push the narrative, control the story, drown the truth. Then there's Meghan, the woman who dared to be, well, herself. Independent, articulate, compassionate, American, and worst of all, unwilling to be silent. From the moment she stepped onto the scene, the media launched this unrelenting campaign to undermine her. Everything she did was twisted into something sinister. Avocado toast became a political issue, holding her baby bump was a diva move, and existing while biracial? Apparently unforgivable. But she didn't break. Despite every smear, every targeted headline, every venomous column, Meghan stood firm. She left the palace, but she didn't lose her voice. And that's what the monarchy fears most, a woman who knows her worth and doesn't need a title to prove it. Here's the part the palace and its press puppets hate most. Harry and Meghan don't want back in. They don't want the crown, they don't want the balcony, they don't want the staged family photos. They want purpose, they want service, and honestly, most dangerously, they want truth. They've built a life outside the walls of an institution that has historically devoured its own. They've raised children in freedom. They've built platforms for mental health, equality, and social impact. And yeah, they've done it without needing to ask permission from courtiers hiding behind tassel-lined curtains. Let's not forget where this story really begins, and why Harry's return is always personal. Every time he touches down in the UK, there's a quiet understanding. He visits Diana. Althorpe isn't just a family estate, it's a sanctuary, a reminder, a wound that never truly heals. And it's not hard to believe Harry still makes that pilgrimage to see his mother. Not as a photo op, not as royal duty, but as a son who remembers everything. And maybe that's why the palace fears him so deeply. Because Diana's legacy lives through him, raw, unscripted, and impossible to spin. So let's recap what really happened. Harry was spotted at an airport, just like any other traveller. The press lost its mind, creating a frenzy that was both unnecessary and exaggerated. The photo was likely recycled and mislabeled, a common tactic to stir up drama. The tabloids manufactured urgency where none existed, turning a mundane moment into a spectacle. Meanwhile, Harry is attending a charity event for sick children. With no cameras, no spectacle, just heart. The palace, still silent, still petty, still pretending everything's fine, as if nothing is amiss. Here at C News, we're not buying the tabloid noise. We see through the facade. We're not here for recycled smear campaigns or made-up narratives that mislead the public. We're here for clarity, compassion, and calling it like it is, with integrity and truth. So while the royal press machine continues to spin, we'll keep watching, keep questioning, keep reporting what truly matters. Because Harry and Meghan didn't abandon duty, they redefined it, showing a new way to serve. And whether you like them or not, one thing is crystal clear. They're not the ones hiding behind the curtain, avoiding the spotlight. They're out in the world, doing the work, making a real difference. And that, dear readers, is the kind of royalty the world remembers. The kind that leaves a lasting impact. This is C News, no crowns, no filters, just truth, and we're just getting started.